He's a big man. And Richard Hadley, you wouldn't mind having a bowl out there, would you?
Yes, I would enjoy bowling out in these conditions, I think, John.
First ball of the day. And that one kept down a bit. It's runs, it might be 4, it is 4, the first runs of the day, and an inside edge beating the keeper down to fine leg, so a bit lucky, Hudson.
Yes, very much a moral victory to the bowler here, because that ball did come back quite a bit, and really it's called a French cut. And whilst it may be a positive start for South Africa, I'm sure the West Indian bowlers will just be a little bit encouraged by that as well.
Kepler Wessels just fishing for that one. And that's good running. Here's a run down to big Curtly Ambrose, and it's a leg by. Umpires today, Steve Randall from Australia, Tasmania, Brian Aldridge from Christchurch. That's the end of the over, 7 for no wicket. Oh, it's up in the air, and it should be out. It is out.
Court Haynes, and that's a very good catch too. Good breakthrough for the West Indies.
Yes.
Wessels there having a bit of a problem with a shortish ball. Didn't really know what to do with it. He was in no man's land.
Yes, he looked like he wanted to whip it away on the leg side. It came on too quickly. In the end, he was nowhere, and he just sort of hoiked it, I suppose. Yes, front edge really, and it went very high. But Desmond Haynes, he called and took it cleanly. First ball of the new over, and they pick up a single.
Well run, and that of course is the intelligent way to play cricket. Kirsten there, dropping the ball down in front of him. He knew that the square leg in the mid-on were deep. There was the single there. Oh, that's a good shot. Is it going away for 4? No, it's not. It's Benjamin. Oh, yes, he did misfield. That was a bad misfield, and indeed it's gone away to the boundary. So the first boundary of the morning, and Winston Benjamin really made a boob of that one. So 4 ball, 4 runs, 23 for 1. Ambrose again to Hudson. Oh, he's hit that one away. Well, it's in the air, but it's going to fall safe. Lara chasing it back. It's going into the boundary there for the second 4 of the morning. And he hit it well. It was short, moved inside the line, in the air, but 4 runs.
Look at him!
Another useful delivery here, and they're going through for a quick single.
And here he is with his first delivery.
Glorious shot, that'll go for 4 perhaps. Long chase out there for Lara, and just pulling it back inside the boundary.
Certainly poor running between the wickets here. I'm sure that Kirsten thought it was going to go for 4, and he ambled through for the first one and managed to get back for 2.
Oh, pulled away, lovely shot. And that'll be 4. There's no need to run for that. Short from Benjamin. Andrew Hudson into position quickly. Cracks it away over mid-wicket. Hits it very cleanly.
Well, it's a bit like Benjamin's run-up at the moment. He's off a short run-up, and that's very well played indeed. And you don't get too many balls like that to get away to the boundary.
And cutting in the... Oh, lovely catch. Brian Lara at point dives away to his left and picks it up with 2 hands. What a superb catch. Andrew Hudson cutting. He got hold of it reasonably well, but it was in the air. And Lara, what a beauty.
Well, that wasn't a very good strike. He's out, he's gone, he's stumped. He's been given there by umpire Aldridge at square leg. Rasmussen was aiming to play it down, to run it to third man, having come forward, and obviously his back foot just pulled over the crease.
Yes, there he is. He's actually standing out of the crease. He went forward, tried to get down the wicket, and his foot's on the line, and he's out because his foot is actually at an angle. And so as much as it might look as if he's behind, it's actually out the crease.
Benjamin continues, and that's a fine shot. That'll go all the way. That's a 6. First of the innings. Picked it up really well. Adrian Caper. and deposited it over that backward square leg boundary. All Desmond Haynes could do was to watch it go over his head. Fine shot.
And a very brave one too. He certainly picked it up well, but he tackled the boundary fielder, and not the shortest side there, but clearing Desmond Haynes comfortably.
Good way to raise the 100.
And old Desmond there, nipping in like a 2-year-old and whistling it in over the stumps.
West Indies look very slack in the field today. They look almost casual. And Malcolm Marshall electing just to go across there and stick his foot out. A very dangerous thing to do. He's got hold of it. That'll go for 4. Very fine indeed. So the South African innings starts to gather momentum. 110 for 3.
Oh, that bounced a bit again, but there's his 50. There's Peter Kirsten again being the backbone of the South African innings. He's on to 50, he's undefeated. A very good effort. He came in when conditions were very difficult, kept the vessels out early, and he's gone on, and as I say, is still undefeated and getting a good hand.
So there we see his wagon wheel again, little deflections, little dabs, little cuts, and only just 2 boundaries in that innings.
And he's missed it, and he's bowled. And Curtly Ambrose is thrilled. Well, Caper getting a full toss, and you don't get too many of those from big Curtly Ambrose, and Caper's not happy with himself because that was a golden opportunity to score.
Well, Caper, he's furious. Yes, a full toss at the base of the off stump there, and well, that's Ambrose's first wicket in the competition. He's delighted.
So another South African wicket gone, 119 for 4. He's gone. Diving away to his right, little David Williams. And Peter Kirsten is out, just pushing at that one, getting the edge, no question about it, and a good catch behind. So Malcolm Marshall striking.
Well, it's off the inside edge for Johnny Rhodes. It won't be a boundary, but they've sneaked home for 2.
Marshall now to McMillan. Oh, he's got it away again. That's the Surrey drive, the Harrow drive, the Surrey Cup, whatever. It came back into the right-handed McMillan, found the inside edge, and went away to the fine leg boundary. It's another good-looking stroke by Rhodes, getting it away. That may well go for 4. No, it's not quite got the legs on it. Just 2 runs there. And Desmond Haynes, the fielder. He's gone, he's out, he nibbled at that one. He seemed to be slightly in 2 minds. I think he was in fact trying to run it down to 3rd man. He got the nip, so once again, just as things were starting to look up for South Africa, a crucial wicket has gone. They're 158 for 6.
Well, you come back and a boundary, well played, but again, too short, too wide. And put away for 4.
Yes, he just got a top edge on this. It went fine enough, and of course therefore quickly enough to defeat a wideish 3rd man.
He's got that one away, down through mid-off for 4.
Now that's where the real gap is, and although one wouldn't expect to see too many shots going through mid-off from these bowlers, this was pitched up at the end of the over. 180 for 6.
And he's hit this one high in the air. Where's it going to fall? It's out there in the deep cover, and it's gone.
And as I say, Brian McMillan getting under that, trying to slog it straight really, and it goes out to deep extra cover on the boundary, and that's well taken by Brian Lara. Nearly misjudged it though. He had to make a last-minute dive.
Again, Richardson driving down the ground.
Up it
He's hit
goes.
it in the air. He should be out here. Desmond Haynes, it is underneath it, and he takes the catch. Well, the keeper, David Williams, ran out, and he might have put Haynes off a little bit because he was very close to him when the catch was taken, but in the end, all is well as far as the West Indian cause is concerned. The last ball of the South African innings. Oh, and he's missed it. They're looking for a single. They decide against it as little David Williams runs up to the stump. So that's it for the South Africans. They've got the round 200. They've lost 8 wickets.
Lovely shot, 4 runs. That was an absolute peach of a stroke, and lends weight to exactly what Tony Cozier was saying to Peter Williams just before the commentary came up here to Clive and myself. A beautiful stroke.
Yes, Merrick Pringle here, quite keen to give the ball a chance of swinging. Doesn't, pitches it right up there, and Lara jumps onto it and crashes it through the covers. Splits the field absolutely perfectly.
Donald. Win Haynes getting into a bit of trouble then. Inside edge, running away towards short fine leg. Oh, that's a magnificent stroke. It was upish, but it was to the right, to the left of Rhodes. And if that hadn't gone straight to a fielder, which it didn't, it was 4 runs. It was hit like a kicking horse.
Yes, Lara is definitely going to be playing shots here, and here he gets a short one from Merrick Pringle and smashes it away through the covers, a little bit in the air, but nevertheless very effective shot, and with nobody back there.
Owen, is that out? Yes, or did it pitch? I think he's caught it. It's a marvellous catch. Yes, he's gone. Jonty Rhodes took one that was hit as hard as any cricket ball you could see. He really got on over that, Lara. Hit it very hard. Didn't quite get over it enough. It was in the air, and Jonty Rhodes took a blinder.
Yes, yeah, but Lara is playing that shot again. A little bit too close to him, and straight to Jonty Rhodes at backward point. What a superb catch. Right at his bootlaces.
So Pringle, he's out, he's gone. LBW, Richie Richardson trying to swing Merrick Pringle away in maybe over mid-on, and he missed it, and it went through and hit the pad. And umpire Steve Randell from Australia, he hit the finger up.
Well, that was a very casual shot. That's the length of the bowl. That's dead, really. They would have hit the leg.
That's out.
Hit him on the crease. But really, they are bowling the right length, bowling a lot fuller than the West Indians. And Pringle is obviously delighted. The South Africans, 19 for 2 now, the West Indies.
Oh, it's in the air, he's gone! First slip, Kepler Wessels takes the catch, just prodding at it, really almost guided it into first slip. And South Africa, goodness me, they're back in business. 19 for 3. And the West Indies in all sorts of trouble. Carl Hooper gone.
Well, it's that length again. Just look at that, just pushing at the ball, and that's well taken by Wessels. Tell you what, South Africa certainly on top and have got a great chance.
Oh, he's nicked it. He's gone. He's chased it a mile. That must have just about been a wide, and he's gone after it, and he's got an edge. And goodness me, another West Indian has gone. 19 for 4.
Well, the West Indians, they like to play shots, and if the ball is short or wide, they will chase it. Not necessarily a great delivery, a bit too wide, but that's the end result. And again, South Africa have got that breakthrough, and the West Indies in all sorts of trouble.
And that's a typical Gus Logie cut shot, screamed away to the boundary for 4. What a resounding way for Logie to get another boundary.
Yeah, certainly a poor delivery, but Logie taking full toll of this. Wide and short, and he thrashed it away behind point for 4. And actually, I changed next to Van Burn Holder for Worcestershire for 10 years, so I'm certainly very familiar with the name Holder, West Indies.
And there's the man who's done the damage, Merrick Pringle. Well, Desmond Haynes has been bothered by this finger for much of the match. I think he came into the game carrying the injury, and he had it jarred up just a little bit with that last ball that he got from Richard Snell. You see the splint on there.
And obviously he's hurt that finger before, and it'll be a big blow to the West Indies if he can't carry on.
Oh, and look at the swelling on that.
Caper bowling and Logie going for a huge hit, and that's 6.
Well, that almost brings back memories of New Zealand playing South Africa at Eden Park when Caper went for 18 in the one and only over that he bowled. He just struggled to get it right on line, and of course Logie, I mean, he doesn't like to be tied down. He likes to play his shots, but he's got that one away very well indeed.
Oh, it's a bad ball. He's caught. What a blow for the South African side. He's been struck by probably the worst ball Richard Snell's bowled. Short, wide outside the off stump, and Malcolm Marshall helps himself to it straight into the hands of Jonty Rhodes. Marshall out for 6. It's 70 for 5.
Well, certainly not a classic dismissal, but Snell has deserved this wicket. He has bowled well. Marshall cutting in the air. Of course, Jonty Rhodes took that brilliant catch to dismiss Lara. And so Marshall's gone. The West Indies in all trouble at 70 for 5.
Here's the wicket that fell. A short ball from Snell. A big catch shot, but not controlled, and hit directly and very safely to the magnificent fielding hands of Dusty Rhodes. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Appeal, he's gone. Williams is gone. 2 wickets have fallen to Snell on the one over. And Williams could not do anything with it. He got the edge, the finest of edges, caught by Richardson. Williams gone for a duck. The West Indies in deep trouble, 70 for 6.
Well, that average of 7 probably comes down to 6 now, Peter. Looks as if he might have got a faint glove on that. Let's just have a look at it. Another classic delivery. Well, he may have been a bit unlucky as well. But here we have the dismissal of David Williams. Might have got a little edge. It might have been a flick off his arm. However, the umpire has made the decision. He's given it. Williams doesn't appear to be that impressed. Not surprised when you're on naught.
Waits for it, hits it hard, and that's his 50 with his third 4 in consecutive balls. Caper is going for them, and Logie's just going after them. So Gus Logie is 53, and that's the West Indies 100. They're 100 for 6 in the 27th over.
Not much to celebrate, though, and here Caper's just checking to make sure that Logie can play that shot.
He's gone. Caper comes on and gets the vital wicket of Haynes, caught behind a wide one, chasing at Desmond Haynes. And Caper, who was really very expensive in his first 5 overs, comes back and with his very first ball of a new spell, accounts for Haynes.
How often doesn't that happen? First ball, batsman doesn't quite have a look. Desmond after Adrian Caper, the outside the off stump, wicket. How excited Caper is, and that really does swing things very much in South Africa's favour.
It's in the air, and there's a catch. Logie goes. So the 2 main West Indian batsmen out in the same over from Adrian Caper. And that really now just about spells doom for the West Indies. It's not all over yet, but it's close to being so.
There could be a run out here if he hits. He does hit, and he's out. Ambrose is run out by Caper at the non-striker's end. There was never a run there. He came down in anticipation, and his face says it all.
And he's not happy with Brian Aldridge, the umpire, either. Never a run there anyway, but he'd come too far down. He's a big man. He's got to turn quickly. So there's another look at it. Curtly Ambrose too far down. As I say, had to turn rather quickly. I think you just might find he is marginally short of that line. Very much a tight decision. Umpire Aldridge of Canterbury, of course New Zealand, has given him out.
2 slips in now for Donald, trying to get the number 11 out. Edged it wide, yes, a beautiful catch at second slip, and Donald elated. And so the South Africans have won this contest here in the 1992 Benjamin Hedges World Cup match against the West Indies. History has been made today that these 2 sides have played against each other for the first time ever in an official match, and the South Africans come out very easily, scoring 200 from their 50 overs, And in reply, the West Indies falling for 136.
Well, great.